Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are now starting up the LSI 2020 Day 3 Airshow. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to LCA 2020 Day 3. I will be streaming the whole entire Airshow throughout this evening, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Just a quick disclaimer for anyone watching the stream. I will not be inviting anyone, as I don't want to provide extra strain onto the host, as streaming a whole as hosting a play in general is very stressful as it is. However, doing a whole week of their shows can be very stressful. We're just heading our way down to Lsia now, and we shall start the display action very shortly. So opening today's display is the Quicksilver P45 solo display. So looking forward to that, and obviously the rest of this evening's Airshow action. For some reason I'm unable to get into a car or a vehicle. Let's try and sort that out, and there we go. I'm just going to quickly check if we're streaming, and whilst I'm going to check if we're streaming whilst I make my way down to LSIA, and we'll get everything ready to rumble. If I lag out, just continue on, mate. I'm just getting into my podium now. Could you tell LSIA that my phone is... could you tell LSIA that my phone is dead? However, I'm streaming. And if he could put it up on his story or something, that'd be awesome. If you could just put that with streaming on the story, please. My phone's dead. My phone's dead. Are you in the group chat? Yeah, if you just tell him that, say Vipers is streaming, do also share the, what's it called? Ladies and gentlemen, the 45 silver. Right, the silver P45 is getting ready to take off. Quicksilver P45. I've just been corrected. A mistake. So now rolling down the runway. Quick takeoff today. Very nice. Straight into the display action, no messing around. Coming back in again from ground right. If I get close enough to my mic after your display, you can send out a special message if you'd like. 4-point hesitation roll. So this evening we've got a whole range of display teams, varying from solar laser display teams. I believe we have some folk from the Hangar 1 collection, from the P45 come along today. So very much looking forward to seeing that. And I believe this is also not the last you'll be seeing of the Quicksilver tonight. So looking forward to see what else I've got in store this evening. That was the Quicksilver display, just wrapped up there. Please give a round of applause in chat if you. Um, okay, look, we're back. And no idea. I have to take a walk up the static line shortly. You enjoy that display? Thank you, Vulcan. I'll try and sort that out. Yeah, thanks. I'll take a look into it. I think it might just be on the mixer end because I'm having to like screen record and stream this, so I can have some extra flexibility whilst on my PC. It might just be on the Xbox side of things. I'll try to look into it for you, mate. Okie dokie folk, I believe we are back in action. I've just brought my auto helicopter along. Could you also check the chat just to see if I'm needed? Okay. Yeah. I just need to land the helicopter on the beach because uh I guess I don't see why not. But just make sure it's out of the play area. Hiya Ben. Just for the stream. Yes I am. Just for the stream folk, just to let you know, what I'm about to do is primarily for the display. It's not a tool to attack anyone. I came over here for a reason, to fetch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this come over. I've got the flare. It won't blow anything up, don't worry. Okie doke, okie dokie folk. We're about to get ready for auto. How quick will you be, airship? Okay, 2 seconds. Giving everyone a wave along crowd line. I'm actually waving. I'm not. I'm too busy trying to keep this stable. I know I'm a bit too close to crowd, aren't I? And everyone's like set back. Lag spikes, lag spikes, lag spikes. Yeah, same man. Alright, see you in a minute. 500 feet, coming 300 leveling out. And let's cover you all in smoke. Well, cover myself in smoke. I don't even have my lights on. How rude of me. The fuck? Yeah, I know, it's a bit shit, to be honest. I haven't practiced this in like a year. And are you crowd center, yeah? Are you ready for this? Well, watch crowd center. Yeah. No, that was me. That was me. That was me. I'm just taxiing now. I don't know what your plane is. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a wall of smoke. You ready? Whew. There you go. Actually, I'm gonna park it with the Avenger because I see the to have to walk back down. If that's okay. Could you tell him Otto's done, please? I'm sure there'll be someone in the comments asking for an invite or whatever. If you look in the description, I've said that I won't be inviting people to the airshow because I don't want to provide extra stress onto the host, which is down there with the pink hair. As hosting an airshow in itself is very stressful, and having to do one every single day for the whole week, I can imagine it would probably be even more stressful. So now we're just waiting in for the Apache Roll Demo Team from the Hangar 1 collection, brought to you by the P45 display team, where you saw the P45's main airshow aerobatic display yesterday. I believe they may be returning sometime this week. Alright, folks, the Apache Roll Demo has entered the crowd. This is a simulated base attack. This is not a real attack. Do not worry about it. Just enjoy the show. I believe on the ground we have some enemy insurgents, in which the Apaches will be trying to take out. This is a simulated battle once again. Do not worry. And now we have the Apaches running back in to strafe at the insurgent, crossing back over, and that was a miss. They'll be coming back around for one more shot. No stamp off. Very, very nice. Is the stream still lagging? Awesome. So, lining in from crowd front, they're going to be assessing the situation of the base that they have damaged. They'll be figuring out how many more attacks they'll be doing. They're coming back in. And for a cross now. It appears that the enemy have just fired a rocket. The helicopters have just fled to counteract against this missile. Come back in now for a gun run. There we go, barrage missile. Roger. The helicopter is now coming back along with the gunner in the front. Make sure to give them a wave as they come past. It appears the enemy has fired another few missiles, air-to-air missiles, ground-to-air. We're just going to ignore that Mark II that has just entered the airspace. Hopefully it doesn't distract on the display. I'm going to try and get closer to the display. It seems like they are enemies firing. Let's see. The demo team showing no remorse to the insurgents down on the ground. So I've just heard over the party chat now that there is a very special part of the display getting ready to set up in the holding position, so we look forward to seeing them. Back in now. Sorry if you can hear the Chinook happening in the real world from my back garden, because I do have the window open. Common centre, I believe they're about to do a carousel. We saw this in the Black Cat display yesterday. This is a very difficult manoeuvre to perfect, and they seem to be doing a good job at it. You may have just seen from the minimap the aircraft and the holding pattern. We look forward to seeing them. Let's see what they're about to do. The aircraft flying in configuration back and forth. They spin back around, and they may have finished the display. I'm not too sure. And from Cross Center, please put your hands together for the Hangar 1 Collection Apache demo. Good display there. Hope to see you again sometime soon. My mistake, I believe they might be coming in for an extra bit of their display. Who knows? There we go. That was the Apache Hangar 1 Apache demo team. Sorry about that, folk. I just disconnected from the game. Hopefully, one of the pilots will kindly invite me back to the game. And speaking of that, they have just done that. Thank you very much. Ben, if you're still watching this, mate. So, you may have a few questions about this background image for the back scene. That is actually from last year's Lsia Airshow, where we started up a massive lineup of aircraft, of static aircraft, for the display. That would be quite a great event. Now, as we get back into the session, what I can provide to you, and I've just failed to enter the session, I'm afraid, what I can do is I can try and show you some previous footage of yesterday's air show, I believe, from when the black cats were displaying. So I'll pass that over now, so hopefully you can enjoy some of that whilst I work on getting back into the session. So we came back along the crowd line now. This is one of our first crossover passes. This is the nose up pass. Please bear with whilst I try to get back into the session. Thank you all for your patience. But yeah, here's some footage of our nose up pass. And we now come back up, we ease up now for the pirouette. I'm counting down the altitude, we're at 500 feet just there, and the nose will come back down at around 600 feet. Well, I messed up just a little bit yesterday, and the nose comes down, and then at 300 feet I put back on the throttle, and we go in for the flat cross. And again, I was on the wrong side of the crowd, but hey ho, it was rather laggy that day, but we managed to kind of fight through. I now start turning back around thinking it's almost the end of our display, how I try and make it look like I'm creeping up and planning off some speed for the carousel, which we saw in the Hangar 1 collection display previously. This is a rather challenging manoeuvre. So I tend to fly this display in first person, however, as we're streaming, I'd like to give you guys the best of views to see what Cat 2 is doing as well. So that's the only reason why I'm not in first person, but I normally do this in first person. So now we can see inside the cockpit is quite a challenging maneuver. Quite a lot of input is involved into keeping this stable. You can kind of see a little bit of rudder work. Oh, the stream just glitched just a little bit, and you can see quite a lot of rudder work going in to keep that stable. But now we go back around for the configuration. I'm counting down how many quarters we've got left, and we turn back around, and this is the pushback. So as you can see here, I'm pushing back along the crowd line, Aiden there back at 2 is pushing me back along the crowd line. So the reason why we're distant like this is actually it provides safety whilst doing our display, and when we cross, it simulates what it's like to be close, so we don't actually end up crashing. And now this is what we try to do, is we try to get our aircraft side by side for a running pass, and then what we do is we do a switcheroo, a bit like a vice versa, back towards the crowd, and we fly backwards along the crowd there in unison. However, this was a very laggy day, so as you just saw there, some of the frames dropped. Probably didn't see that much because the stream's probably dropping in and out already. But, there you go. Coming back around now for another break. There we go, a brief break. Going along there, we then go into a wing over and back along to the crowd for the nose down pass. So as we run in, we try to keep the nose as flat as possible, also trying to maintain enough speed to make sure that we don't take half an hour to cross the airfield. So you'll see a bit of input, putting the nose down so we can make sure to flat cross, but have enough speed as possible. There we go, watch as we cross. Ah, my mistake, that was a nose down pass. Silly me. And now we just finished the Black Caps display just there. This was a restream of what we did last night's display whilst we try to get back in the session. So now I'm showing some coverage of the P45's display yesterday. Apologies for clearing my throat, it's really dry, and again I had people yesterday saying I have coronavirus. I don't. Well, I haven't been tested, but I've been making sure to stay socially distanced and safe as possible and doing my bit to protect the National Health Service. I hope you've been doing your bit to do that. They now switch into arrow formation as they ease back down the loop. And I was speaking to the P45s earlier about what happened shortly. What you're about to see is one of the pilots forgetting to make sure their batteries are recharged. So if you're a display team, make sure to check your batteries before you do your displays. It's happened to me before, and I'm sure Ghost Tiger Demo team can agree. Alrighty, we are now going to be getting live footage back from the airshow. Some of the last manoeuvres of the Ghost Tiger Demo team in this dusk display. I'm trying to cover as much of the airshow as possible. Have obviously internet connection isn't on my side this evening. Coming in now for the 4-point hesitation roll. You won't be able to see this yet on the stream, however that was a nice and clean 4-point hesitation roll. Again, you can capture the Ghost Tiger Demo team sometime soon at the LSIA Airshow. I believe tomorrow is on their list. And lastly, at Thunder over Chumash on the 27th. So, as he turns back away into the sunset now, he's about to wrap up his display, I believe. So, show your support for the Ghost Tiger Demo team. I forgot. I was distracted by such an amazing display, I forgot to put you all on full screen. He's just finished. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Ghost Tiger Demo team. So, whilst we wait for the next transition for an aircraft, we will, I'm going to do a shameless little plug here. And do a shameless little plug here, and next weekend, on the 27th, we're going to be hosting the Thunder over Chumash Airshow, raising money for the British Lung Foundation. So if you head over to our Instagram, Alice Viper team, and into the link in the bio, we have a donation page for the British Lung Foundation. So if you have any spare change or shrapnel and would like to donate to the British Lung Foundation, then your donations would be very much appreciated, as obviously they are providing support for the COVID-19 response in the UK. So yes, I can. Sorry, folk, I didn't notice the display back up and running. But I believe currently the Ferocious Frankie is currently performing. Around now for the slow roll. Alright, people watching the stream, I'm just going to quickly move back because I think I'm in the way of the taxiway. So let me just move out of the way for these folk, and yeah, there we go. Straight back into the action. I'm aware the stream in itself on Mixer's side is currently lagging behind. I don't believe it's actually the YouTube side. I shall try to sort that out for you guys. On Mixer, I'd like to thank the Red Devil for sending a sticker thing. Thank you very much for that. I'm not quite sure what these lightning bolts do, but it's much appreciated, whatever it is. Thank you for the support, man. I believe back there we have a laser and Nakota forming up. For some reason the canopy is open on my screen. They were just practicing a synchronized roll just there, I believe. There we go. Yeah, we can see you back there. I'll try and check the lineup for you folk. That's currently remaining. For some reason, we have some Molotovs in front of not on the play schedule. Taxiing for some reason. In a red livery. Not quite sure what's going on here. I think they might just be adding to a static line. Interesting. For some reason, they're lined up halfway on the runway, which is rather odd to be lined up on a runway right down the middle. It appears that these Molotovs were not set to actually display, so we're just currently working out what's going on with these guys, and we'll try to get this issue sorted as quickly as possible. Let's see what lineup is over here. Oh, hang on. We have activity. I believe we have a laser on its way. But here we are. We've got. I believe this aircraft is being serviced, which is something I haven't seen before. They're doing some quick checks. Very nice. Whilst we wait for the should to start, we'll get some footage of their display sequence getting ready to take off. I'm not sure if their canopy is actually open, but for me, everyone's laser canopies are open. I'm not quite sure why. It appears these Molotovs have taken off when they're not supposed to. Lastly, we'll just sort out what's going on there. But I think I do see the next participant of the show getting ready to come back in. So I believe what's happening now actually is security are going to deal with the Molotovs that aren't actually supposed to be displaying right now. I um, I would get in this guy's car to see what it is, but I don't want to get in without his permission. It looks like a pretty nice car. I don't know what's going on with these wheels though. They're F1 wheels. They have been modded. What is this car called? No clue. I think it's like a Ocelot or something. Oh, whoops. Ocelot Jaguar. Why is everyone's canopies open for me? Yep. So taxiing now is the Red Devils display team. We look forward to seeing them. My first time seeing this display. So yeah, a warm welcome to the Red Devils settler display. I'm not actually sure what's going on here. I think we're having a race between this car and that Friar over there. Rolling along the runway again on a quick start now is the Red Devils display team. Here we go. I had a question in the comments just now about whether it's open to spectators. No, I'm afraid it's not. This is the reason why I'm streaming this, although the quality may be very low. It's just to make sure that the host doesn't have any extra stress. It's hosting an air show in itself. It can be very stressful, but doing it for a whole entire week, I can believe, is even more stressful. So, sorry about that. It does say in the description, by the way. Well, it should say in the description at least. Did you guys see that in the background over there? That seems to be a P45 and laser heritage light coming in on the right very shortly. But for the meantime, did you guys see that in the background over there? But for the meantime, we do have the GTA Red Devils over display. I am trying my best to make sure to record this bit of stream properly, like this display as best as possible. However, it does appear to be rather laggy. My apologies. Coming in for a topside dedication pass, they come by left to right. Just watching that P45 and laser in, holding pattern over off just a crowd right. I'll be making sure to keep an eye on them to see where they're coming in from, when they'll be coming in. Well, I can't imagine this this current display lasting any longer. Now finishing off, I believe, with a 4-point hesitation roll. We are now coming in for to commence the my apologies, the heritage flight with the P-45 and Lsia. My apologies, it appears whilst I was attempting to turn my mic off, I accidentally refreshed the stream, so please bear with. We'll get it back up as quickly as possible. Alexa, pause. So, meanwhile, I'm going to attempt to put together some clips of this display, as these are some very nice photos that will be able to come out. If it was the Red Devil, then yeah. If it was the Red Devil, then yeah. Oh, then no. Apologies, folk. I managed to do it again. I can't see where my buttons are on my laptop. So I'm gonna get some lights on. Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. Very nice synchronization. I believe I recall seeing a clip from one of our friend Crowns and Cries. Don't know if you'll be watching the stream, but hello if you are. Who captured an absolutely amazing shot of these 2 aircraft during their display the other month. Could you find out how many more routines there are, please? Yeah, could you find out how many more people there are, please? Could you find out how many more people there are to go? Can you see how many more displays there are left? Okay. No. Unless he's with the P-45, I don't think he is. We've just taken a second there to admire the LS Vipers Avenger that we have down on the display line today. But let's get back to admiring the synchronization of this aerobatic display. Now we are preparing for our final act for this evening. We are currently holding on the runway, holding down on the taxiway, just there, waiting for the last aircraft to land. This last air demonstration team is called the Dark Falcon Demo. I believe there will be some pyrotechnics in the display. Just remember that all demo teams are simulated attacks. These are not real attacks on the airshow, so do not worry about it. However, let's just sit back and relax and watch this final display as the P-45 taxis by and finishes off the display. So now the Falcon is currently taking off. It comes straight up, straight into the display. Speed cut coming up, turning away, and easing up away from the crowd. If I recall correctly, this displayed is in part simulating the real-world aerobatic team, the Viper team, in which I remember seeing it at Riyadh 2019. I almost forgot what year it was. What I've seen recently and what I've learned to appreciate is the amount of teams nowadays that don't actually use full power while display, so you get a transition between how fast and slow the aircraft can go, and really fly the aircraft on the edge of its capabilities, although simulating on GTA can be rather difficult. Coming down now in landing configuration, not actually going into land, but they will be doing a slow path as we get to see the aircraft in landing configuration as it gently flies by. Finishes off a dirty roll there as the landing gears come up, and straight back into pace now as he eases up and turns back around. Here we go. There we go, just completing his 4-point hesitation roll. So if you can hear any noise in the background, my cat is deciding to go crazy this evening. Alrighty, so that is the top. Oh no! That was a touch and go. He caught me off guard then. Nice. This is something that the Maker Display team, MiG-21, Romanian MiG-21 display team, caught me off guard at Riot. So I really appreciate this display demonstration at going on at the moment. Very well demonstrated and constructed to keep a nice and flowing airshow. It certainly caught me off guard. I don't know if it caught you guys off guard in the stream there. And easing up now for another dirty roll. And when you call it, and for anyone that may think I'm criticising a dirty roll, the name dirty for the dirty roll is actually when the gears come down, apparently spoils the kind of airflow around the aircraft, hence why it's called dirty roll. But I believe now the Dark Falcon has just finished the display, and they'll be coming into land very shortly. But this wraps up the flying. This wraps up the flying display, I believe. However, I've just heard that he may not actually be done. Let's see what he's got in store. Coming in crowd left for the dedication pass. There we go, had some pyrotechnics as he came along for the dedication pass there. I believe that now concludes the display. And waving goodbye to the crowd. Please put your hands together if you're in the stream, and show your support for the Dark Falcon demonstration team. Good display there, and hope to see you very soon. Now let's top it off with a smooth landing, eh? Nice. So I personally would like to thank the host NJM, who's been putting together these air shows. Very much appreciated for inviting me back to stream today's events for you. I hope you've enjoyed my coverage of the stream, and I hope to see you guys again all very, very soon. So whilst I wrap up, we'll follow this aircraft into taxi. I don't believe there's going to be any special finales there now. I'd just like to thank everyone for watching the stream, and we hope to see you guys again very, very, very soon. No clue. Okie dokie, that concludes today's live stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys very soon. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the team. Check us out on Instagram at Alice5 Display Team, at Alice5 Team, sorry. However, thanks again to NJM for inviting me to stream today's event. thank you much for your support and your patience with the stream, because we are aware there were some issues with lag and all that stuff, stream lag and all other things like that. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope to see you guys soon. Check us out if you haven't done so already. Donate what you can if you can. The British Lung Foundation, link in bio. Let us know if you want us to do more LSIA streams. So yeah, I'll stop rambling. Enjoy your evenings.